motherfucking pod.
So the word motherfucker is a noun. It describes a person, place, or thing.
What up, people? This is Beanie Man, aka Mr. Headquarters. And you already know what it is. It's another motherfucking sports edition of motherfucking sports. Hey, so check it out, man. It's week 5 of the NFL. We are full swing in the NFL season, and we are ready to lock in on these picks, man. Look, I know I said I was gonna have more update on these picks. I need to collect all this shit because there's a lot of picks that we did between myself and EJ the DJ. So I will promise you I will have the total and tallies ready by next week. I might even post it midweek on Instagram Live or on just IG in general. So make sure y'all check us out on our sports platform on IG at MFNSPORTS POD. That's motherfucking sports pod. Also check us out on the main page at the MFNPOD, the motherfucking podcast main page. And also check us out. We're going to be dropping new episodes for season 4. We are currently in season 4 right now. So make sure y'all stay locked in with us, man. So stay tuned. Like I said before in previous episodes, the motherfuckingpod.com will be back very soon with more merch. As you see, I'm rocking the black and gold, the black, white, and gold NOLA edition hat. Also, you know, we have the black, red, and the black and red brim. The black brim, black and red edition as well. So, and also the dog tags. So make sure you'll stay locked in. We're going to have all that merch coming back real soon once we relock and load on the website. So with that being said, man, let's get into these motherfucking picks for week 5 of the NFL season. So that being said, let's get with it. So the first game coming up is the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are at home for this one. The Denver Broncos are favored in this game by 3, -3 at home for this game. It's a Thursday night game. The game will be broadcast on Amazon Prime. Just another reminder for people that don't get a chance to catch the game. So, so injury reports for this one is Jonathan Taylor for the Colts is going to actually, the running back for the Colts is actually listed as questionable. He is expected to play, but he is questionable for all the fantasy football players out there. So make sure you adjust your lineups accordingly. Also, you have Russell Wilson says he will play. He ain't saying there ain't going to be no question about it. I'm fucking playing. They're going to need it because they got a lot of injuries piling up for their team this year already. And not to mention that both teams, not both teams, but the Broncos are 2-2 in this. The Colts are 1-2-1, and both teams need a win right now. Neither team can afford to get a third loss right now. And I think especially for the Colts need to be in a sense of urgency right now because the potential of their season is really on the line right now. I don't think you want to go 1-3-1 right now. They've already had a tie. They've already had 2 losses already. The one victory against the Chiefs is the only thing that they got going for them. So, and that was 2 weeks ago. So, Denver on the same side, at the same side of it, need a victory. Russell Wilson has not looked good in the first 4 games that they played so far. He just doesn't look good. And in my opinion, I don't think they have a lot of weapons, in my opinion. And the weapons that they do have are very, very young. So I think the Broncos definitely, desperately, as well as the Colts, need a victory in this game. I think this should be a good game between 2 teams that are looking for a victory badly. A Thursday night game, but I already know what I'm picking on for this one. I'm picking the Denver Broncos to win this one. I trust Russell Wilson at home to get it done, to maybe potentially look like the old Russell Wilson. A lot of his passes have been looking kind of shaky. I mean, he doesn't have the mobility that he used to, at least in these first 4 games of the season. And a lot of his passes have been just, tail into the dirt. Like, just being honest. And there's been no other real big Russell Wilson fan other than myself out there compared to others. So I would love to see Russell get back on a winning streak and actually start doing some damage to a team like the Colts. Is a perfect timing for them to play the Colts. So short week for both teams. I expect the Broncos to win this game. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I think it should be at least a decent, watchable game. I think the Broncos take care of business and win this 21-14 Broncos. Next up, we have New York Giants taking on the Green Bay Packers, who are at home back at Lambeau Field. The Packers are favored by 8 in this game. Both teams are 3-1. The Packers coming off a nice win from last week, barely winning at home. The Giants coming off a loss from last week. So with that being said, I think this should be one of the premier matchups of the season, premier matchups of this week. And it is in London, by the way. So this will not be in Lambeau Field, excuse me. But this will be another London game. I hate these fucking London games. I think it's pointless to have London games. But besides the factor of that, I think the people in England are going to get a good game. The Giants look like a really good football team this season. Saquon Barkley has been running that rock this year, and probably because he has to, because they don't have no receivers for the Giants that's worth anything. Kind of feel the same way with the Packers. The Packers have kind of been working with a receiver committee over there as well. Aaron Rodgers has been just getting it done wherever way he can get the ball to anybody. A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones has been the running backs, the two running backs has just been the two-headed monster for them in the running game. Danny Jones, the great Danny Jones, everybody who was thinking that he was going to be the next great thing in New York, I think they're kind of seeing that he's just okay quarterback. And I like the Packers in this game. I like the Packers in this game big time. I think that spread kind of shows it. I think the Giants come back down to earth a little bit on this one. I think the Packers kind of solidify themselves as just a solid team. I don't think they're a dominant team, but I think they're a solid team that people are going to learn to respect. And once again, kind of give their respect to Aaron Rodgers and company. For whatever reason, for the last couple of seasons, people always keep shitting on Aaron Rodgers. Whatever you think of him personally, the motherfucker keeps winning games. That's for certain. That motherfucker keep winning games. So I'm calling the Packers to win this game. The total of this one is low as hell. The total spread, 41.5. 41.5. Vegas is just begging you to go over on this one. The Giants do have a good defense. The Packers defense, not as good as everybody keeps saying that they are, in my opinion. But yeah, if I was betting on this, I would definitely take the over. 41.5, I'm going over. I'm calling the Packers to win this game 28-20, 28-20 over the Giants in London. I think this would be another good game in London, back-to-back good games. We already know that the Saints was in London last week. So I'm calling the Packers in this one. Next game. All right. So the next game up is the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Buffalo Bills at home. Bills are at home, which has to be the biggest point spread I've seen in a while at -14. The Pittsburgh Steelers are all over the place this season at quarterback. They desperately need a quarterback. They went to Kenny Stabler. They started out with Mitch Trubisky. They just look terrible. And then the Buffalo Bills defense is just a lot to handle. I expect the Buffalo Bills defense to take care of the Pittsburgh Steelers issues on offense. They just look awful. The defense looks pretty steady as always, in my opinion. The Steelers are always going to be a good defensive team for the most part. Mike Tomlin it's just gonna be a tough year. It's gonna be a tough year. I hope I'm wrong because I'm a big Mike Tomlin fan, but yeah, I see Buffalo winning this game. I don't know if they'll cover that 14-point spread, but I think they'll definitely win this game. I'm calling Buffalo to win this game 31-17. Yeah, scratch that. I'm calling 31-20. 31-20 Buffalo. I think the Steelers find a way to get a defensive touchdown in there somewhere, maybe even get a special teams touchdown. But yeah, I'm calling Buffalo to take this game. Like I said, Buffalo is 14-point favorite. 14-point favorite at home. Damn. But yeah, I'm calling Buffalo in this one. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. All right. So next up, we have the San Diego Chargers. The LA Chargers. The LA Chargers taking on the Cleveland Browns. The Chargers are favored here. The Chargers are favored here by 3 on the road. And as they should, the Browns are the Browns, in my opinion, as always. The doo-doo Browns looking like they can't get nothing good going. They did win last week, but I don't trust the Browns at all. They just made me nervous every time I watch them play. They lost last week. They lost to the Falcons last week, 23-20, letting the Falcons come back and beat them. Gave it away in the fourth quarter. Literally just gave it away in the fourth quarter. Yeah, so I'm calling the Browns to lose this game against the Chargers. The Chargers have been kind of weird to me this season. Ever since Justin Herbert has stepped up and been drafted by the Chargers, I feel like they've just been an up and down team, a 500 ball club. That's what they feel like to me. And I think this is why they're both teams are 2-2. I just don't trust the Chargers wholeheartedly. I think Justin Herbert is a damn good quarterback. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Might be even the top 10 quarterback in my opinion. I just don't like the team around him, and potentially maybe the coaching too. But I think the Chargers should take care of business easily here on the road. I like the Chargers. The Browns, I don't think are an easy pushover. Don't get me wrong now. I don't like the Browns here, but I think they're a hard out. But I think the Chargers should win this game. I think the Chargers are always a threat to have a high-scoring game. I'm calling it 34-24 Chargers on the road. Next game is, man, this usually would be a bum bowl waiting to happen, but this one team has been pretty decent so far this year. So we got the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are favorite. You don't hear that too often these days. The Jaguars are favored by a whole damn touchdown. 7-point favorite in this game at home against Houston. And as they should, man. I mean, Davis Mills, I don't know if he's going to be playing this week. I know he was a little banged up. But let's check out the injury report that's coming up for this team, for this game. But I really feel confident that the Jaguars will get back to their winning ways this week. Trevor Lawrence looked like ass last week. I think he only completed like 11 passes out of like 36 attempts, something like that last week. It was bad. The Texans are still looking for their first win. They're 0-3-1. The Jaguars are 2-2. The Jaguars should be able to win this game. They should win this game. But on the opposite end, I can also see the Houston Texans also getting their first W out of nowhere. But with that being said, I would not bet on the Jaguars to cover a full touchdown win. I don't have that much confidence in them. I know Trevor Lawrence looked good for the first 3 games up until last week. But I would definitely not bet on the Jaguars at all in no way, shape, or form right now. But I will pick them to win this game. I will say that they will win this game. I think they will win 20-3 over the Texans. I think it should be a good game if you're a Jaguars fan. Sorry if you're a Houston Texans fan. I think they're gonna go winless this year, in my opinion. That's my pick for them. But and once again, I gotta say, I feel sorry for Lovie Smith for even being able to have to coach this terrible ass team, this lack of talent, outside of just having a few good players here and there, like Brandon Cooks, but nobody to throw the ball to him, or at least help him get open because teams are gonna double team the shit out of him. And as they should, because there's no other threats out there. But I will say, like I said, the Jaguars should win this game 20-3. I wouldn't put no money on that shit, but I'm saying the Jaguars gonna win. Next game. All right. So next up, you have the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Motherfucking Vikings. They stole a victory away from my Saints last week. The Saints should at least got a chance to get to overtime. Man, the double doink on a field goal in London still kind of hurts. But hey, got to move on. But yeah, so the Vikings at home for this game. The Vikings are actually favored by a touchdown over the Bears. The Bears, I mean, let's be honest. Justin Fields in the running for being one of the worst quarterbacks in the league, in my opinion, right now. He ain't the worst because he can actually do things with his legs and actually make plays happen here and there, but he cannot throw the ball, it seems like. He cannot. Hey, he's just not accurate. It just ain't happening. And I don't know if it's just the fact that the Bears coaching staff don't have any faith in him as far as him to move forward, or he just doesn't have the ability to do so. I don't know which one it is, but the Bears definitely look shaky at quarterback. Their defense is pretty decent. The Vikings come into this at 3-1. The Bears are 2-2. The Vikings have a lot of offensive power as usual, but I sometimes feel like they don't know how to use it. The Vikings should win this game. But I got a feeling that the Vikings are gonna do some fuck shit and find a way to lose this game. I mean, it is a big rivalry. The Bears Vikings is always an interesting matchup, no matter what the fucking standings is or what positions they are in the current time that they're playing. But I think the Vikings should take care of business. They're a 7-point favorite. Vegas thinks they want you to believe that they can actually cover that shit. Don't believe that. I think the Vikings will win this game. I think they will win this game. I think the Vikings will take this game 24-17 Vikings. Next game. The Detroit Lions. Man. The Detroit Lions taking on the New England Patriots. Talk about a bum bowl game, in my opinion. Remember, never thought we would be saying that about the Patriots, but yeah, the Patriots ain't got much to go for. I don't see them winning over 6 games this season, in my opinion. I think 6 games might be the max for them. But the Patriots are favored in this game by 3. And honestly, I don't like their odds on that. I kind of like the Detroit Lions in this game. And I'm not a big of a fan of the Lions this season, but I just think they got more weapons. And I know it's asking a lot from Jared Goff. But yeah, I kind of like the Lions in this game over the Patriots. I know the Patriots at home. I know they're still coached by Bill Belichick, but I still kind of feel like the Lions are going to take this game on the road. Let's see here. The Lions both teams are 1-3. So yeah, so pretty much if one of these teams are going to be out of the contention already early at the end of this game. I feel like the Lions are just more of they've been in a lot of these games. The Patriots too. I mean, they was in that game against the Packers late, despite having a lot of injuries themselves. I don't know. I just feel like the Detroit Lions are a better team in preparation for this game. I'm not seeing any major injuries right now. The Lions had to sign a new kicker from the practice squad, so that's one thing. That's one thing to think about before this game. I hate when kickers get called up because usually that's when they have to get called up to fucking win the game in some kind of form or fashion. But like I said, and it is a 3-point spread, so between them. So, but I like like I said, I like the Lions in this game. I think the Lions will take this game. I think the Lions win 17-16 Lions over the Patriots. All right. Next up, a game I would definitely be watching. Seattle at New Orleans. The Saints finally come back home for their actual second home game. I know the London game technically counted as a home game for us. But yeah, Seattle coming into New Orleans, into the Caesars Superdome. The Saints are favorite. Surprisingly, are favored in this game by 4. Definitely need to check the waiver on this one as far as the injury report for this. And as you already know, the Seahawks are 2-2. The Saints are 1-3. I mean, let's be real. Geno Smith has looked way better than he's ever looked back when he was in New York, when he was playing for the Jets. Much better quarterback play out of Geno this season so far. I am nervous for this game because if the Saints lose this game, it's pretty much over for the season. Let's not kid ourselves. I'm a big time Saints fan. Who that nation? You know what I'm saying? Who that all fucking day long. But let's be real. As you can see, I got the black, white, and gold NOLA edition hat on. You know what I'm saying? So I represent my city all the time. So don't get it twisted. But let's be real. Let's be real. The Saints need to win this game. This is a must fucking win for the Saints. They cannot fuck around with this game. You cannot fuck around with the Seahawks in this game. The Seahawks are a decent squad and they're well coached. But let's be real. If you fucking lose this game, the season is pretty much close to over. Now, luckily, the rest of the division in the NFC South is pretty average to mediocre. You have the Tampa Bay Bucks and the Atlanta Falcons, who are both 2-2, and the Saints are 1-3. So you're only really one game behind. So, like, if Tampa Bay and Atlanta lose this week, then we'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying it's the end of the world and it's all doom and gloom, but you just don't want to fall to 1-4. Period. You just don't want to fall to 1-4. And we've seen where teams can come back from some bad starts like that, but don't shoot yourself in the foot. Now, I think it's too early to tell if Jameis will play in this game or not. I think Andy Dalton played pretty good in the backup role last week. At one point, he had only missed like 2 completions late in the game. He had to make some things work towards the end, and it ended up having a pretty nice percentage. I think he was like 20 of 28, 21 to 28, something like that, toward the end of the game. They didn't push the ball as much as you wanted them to push the ball, but I mean, he didn't turn the ball over. That was the most important thing. Now, they did fumble the ball and shit like that, but that wasn't on him. Deontay Harris had a fumble. I can't remember who else had a fumble in that game off the top of my head, but yeah, that special teams fumble was major. That pretty much kind of turned the game and solidified the Saints was gonna lose. But among other things like the referees and other shit. But I ain't gonna blame that shit. But look, like I said, I'm not gonna waver from my picks. I'm calling the Saints to win this fucking game. I'm calling the Saints to win this game. I don't give a fuck. I'm calling the Saints to win this game. I'm saying the Saints gonna win this game and right the fucking ship on offense. We gotta get this shit together. The Saints got to get this together. Dennis Allen, I'm looking at you, man. Pete Carmichael, I'm looking at you, man. Y'all both got to get this shit together. I think there's a reason why Sean Payton was calling the plays, and I think we're kind of starting to see a little bit why. I'm not gonna blame the offensive coordinator completely, but I would like to see his ass in the booth instead of on the sideline. That's just my opinion. I don't think we need to see Pete Carmichael on the sideline. Get your ass in the booth. See the whole entire field. Run these plays better, man, because like it's not looking good. The offense took some time to get going. Hopefully, we see a little bit more of. Well, we ain't gonna see more of Latavius Murray because he got signed by the Broncos because the Saints brought him down to practice squad. The Saints brought up Chris Harris to the practice squad, so to shore up the cornerback spot. So I'm guessing that means that Alvin Kamara will be going for this game. So we'll see what happens. Let's be real though; they need to get the ball in the hands of Taysom Hill and Kamara and Chris Olave early and often. And finally some life from Adam Troutman this past week. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, I'm calling the Saints to win this game. I'm calling the Saints to win 27-24 Saints to win this game against the Seattle Seahawks at home. Next game. All right. Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. And the Dolphins are favored in this game by 3.5, as they should, but their defense is fine. If anybody don't know about the Dolphins' defense this season, they get after the quarterback. The Dolphins are 3-1. The Jets are 2-2. Surprise, surprise, the Jets are 2-2. This should be an interesting game because the Jets aren't as bad as I thought they was going to be this season. They're not that bad. And the AFC East is looking pretty competitive outside the – who would have thought the AFC East would have been this competitive, and the Patriots are the worst team potentially in the division right now. So we don't I don't know if I completely trust Teddy Bridgewater to be the savior for the Dolphins. But I think he's a good stopgap quarterback until Tua comes back. Tua's going to be out for a little while. It's looking like he's going to be out for a nice little while, and as they should. They need to fix some things, especially with that concussion protocol and everything else. But this is a tough one. Because I think the Jets are a frisky team. I think they can pull out a win. You know what? Fuck it. I'm calling the upset. I think the Jets are going to take this game. I think the Jets surprise a lot of teams and win this game behind Zach Wilson. The Jets win this game 17-14 Jets at home. All right, next up. Well, surprise, surprise. The Falcons take on the Bucks. So what I said earlier about the NFC South, one of them teams, unless they somehow end this game up in a tie, one of these teams got to either win or tie this game. So nobody can somebody's going to take full control of the NFC South after this week. So the Falcons are on the road taking on Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is a 6.5 favorite in this game. Damn near 4 touchdowns. So I don't know if I completely believe in that, but I think the Bucks are a better team. The Bucks should win this game. I don't have much to say on this game because there's two teams I really don't fucking like. But I think the Bucks, like I said, I think the Bucks should win this game. Tom Brady is really got to pull out all the tricks this year. Brady looks okay this year. Marcus Mariota is up and down. They had a fucking running back committee last week against the Browns. I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. Mike Evans is back. They should be getting some more weapons back for the Bucs too. So the Bucs should pull some things together and win this game. I'm gonna call the Bucs to win this game. 27 to 20 over the Falcons. All right, next up, the Titans, Tennessee Titans taking on the Washington Commanders. And Tennessee is the 2.5 favorite in this game. Fucking Commanders. That name is terrible. I gotta say that shit again. That is a terrible fucking name. But anyway, Tennessee is 2-2 in this game. 2-2 in the record standings. Washington is 1-3. And I'm calling it right now. I think Ron Rivera, if you're in the betting on coach fires, I think Ron Rivera might be the first coach to get fired this season. And yes, there are odds for that shit. Go check it out. I think Ron Rivera desperately needs this win to keep his job intact moving forward. Because if he does not win this game, the hot seat's going to get hot. But I think Tennessee should win this game. I think Tennessee rights the ship. Washington's just bad. Between the ugly ass uniforms, the stupid name, and everything else associated with this team, Tennessee should win this game. Tennessee should win this game. Tennessee, I'm calling them to get back on track. Derrick Henry, EJ's favorite quarterback over here as well. Ryan Tannehill. It should be an easy victory for the Titans in this game. I'm calling it. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, though. I'm calling 20-10. 20-10 Titans on the road. Lock it in. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. All right, next up. Next up is the 49ers. San Francisco taking on Carolina. San Francisco on the road as the 5-point favorites on the road in Carolina, going all the way across country to Carolina. That's big. Deebo Samuel. When that dude gets going, it's hard to stop. Baker Mayfield has looked like ass in Carolina. That's another one. Carolina's coach is also, in my opinion, on the hot seat as well. I think that I don't think it's even close for this one. I think the Saints gave us and made us look stupid by losing to the Panthers. I think the Panthers will probably lose big in this game. Yeah, I'm calling it out. 49ers will win this game easy. And I'm surprised it's only a 5-point favorite. Maybe because Jimmy G is the quarterback. I don't know. But I'm calling the 49ers and company to win this game easily and big. I'm calling a 30-7 win. Carolina gets their ass whipped. And not to mention, this is a potential good game to bet on the total spread because it's a 39.5 over-under. I'm betting the over on that shit. Even though I know I called a 30-7 win by the 49ers, I still would bet that over if I were y'all, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying. But I'm calling the 49ers to win this game on the road. Matt Rule, Carolina head coach, is also on the hot seat, in my opinion. A lot of people want him gone, and he's a pretty terrible quarterback. Terrible coach, in my opinion. But anyway, moving on. Next up, one of the hottest teams, in some people's mind, the hottest team in the league, the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Arizona Cardinals. This is going to be a good game. This is going to be a good game. This is going to be a good game. Philly literally has almost everything that you could ever want. I mean, they have the running backs, the receivers, the offensive line is really good. The defense is good. Like, I mean, come on. I mean, they're 4-0 right now. It's almost unbelievable how good this team is. Arizona, I think Arizona's just shows streaks of how good they can be. The defense is terrible, in my opinion. They're 2-2 coming into this game. And Philly is the 5-point favorite going into this week. Jalen Hurts is the MVP one of the leading candidates up there with Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. I like this game. I would definitely gonna be watching this game. This is the late game on Sunday. I'm gonna be watching this one. And this, I know there's some other good games early in the day, but I think this might be one of the best games of the week. But yeah, Eagles Cardinals. I'm calling the Eagles to take this game barely on the road. I think it's gonna be a good shootout. 49.5 total over under. I wouldn't bet on that one for this one. Is it just too unpredictable? You don't know what kind of outcome you're gonna have. The Eagles got a really good defense, even though the Cardinals don't have a good defense. So, but like I said, I think the Eagles should win this game. I'm calling the Eagles to win this game 27-24 Eagles on the road. Book it. All right, next up, the Dallas Cowboys at the LA Rams. I feel like the Cowboys, look, everybody knows how I feel about the Cowboys. I'm not a big Cowboys fan in general. I feel like they always get an extra boost of hype, even when the team is just a little bit good. But I gotta admit, that defense is fire this year. I gotta look it directly into the fucking camera and say that shit. But what I will say is Cooper Rush ain't all that. I think Cooper Rush is a good game managing quarterback. I know there's a lot of people trying to say, "Oh, he's better than Dak." Relax on that shit. Relax. Shout out to Mike Thomas. I don't know how he's a cow. Well, he's a Cowboys fan. I can't fault him. But anyway, shout out to Mike Thomas from shout out to Mike Thomas over there. He was on our podcast a while back. Yeah, big Cowboys fan over there, man. But look, shout out to your team, bro. They've been killing it so far. But the Cowboys are not favored in this game, though. The Rams are favored 4.5 in this game, minus 4.5. The Rams ain't no slouch, no, either. They definitely still got a lot of good players on both sides of the ball. Cooper Rush is damn near the whole fucking offense. Matt Stafford has been okay. It's been okay. He's been okay. But they've been finding ways, just like we need them to figure out how to do the same thing in New Orleans with Alvin Kamara, Taysom Hill. They've been finding a way to get the ball to Cooper Rush in any fucking way they can. And that's why the Rams are Super Bowl champs. And I like their chance to win in this game, too. I'm calling the Rams to win this game at home. I like them to win 31-27 Rams. Next game. Next up is the Sunday night game. Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are favored by 3. It should be a good game. Should be a good game. Both teams are 2-2. Rivalry game, AFC North. You already know what it is. The Bengals got the high-flying offense. Baltimore Ravens got Lamar Jackson that Mr. Do Everything on offense. This is gonna be a good fucking game. I'm gonna watch this game as well that Sunday night. I like Baltimore in this game. I'm not confident in that pick, but I like Baltimore in this game. I like Baltimore in this game. I like Lamar Jackson. Cincinnati is gonna be flying around though. They got a good pass rush. I don't know, but something's telling me to pick the Ravens in this one. I like Baltimore in this game. I don't know if it's gonna be a high scoring game, but I'm gonna call Baltimore to win in a close one. I'm gonna call it 21-20 Baltimore. Baltimore gets it done Sunday night. Lamar Jackson continues his MVP caliber season and pay that motherfucking man because he deserved that fucking money. All right, next up, Monday night, the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes and Derek Carr. Man, look, I'm not going to waste too much time on this one because I think the Raiders are a fucking fraud. They got all this damn talent on their team and they can't move a thing. You got Josh McDaniels at coach. It's proven. I think he's just a fucking bad coach. I mean, can we stop rehiring this guy? Like, goddamn. He is better as a offensive coordinator. I'm not big on nobody getting fired, but look, I don't think I could see him getting fired his first year. It happened before. You know, the Chiefs are favored in this game. The Chiefs are favored by a touchdown, by 7. The Chiefs still look good to me. And everybody wants to talk about how bad the defense is and how mediocre it is. And it is. It's all right. It ain't great. But Patrick Mahomes is still an elite quarterback, in my opinion. In my opinion, he's still top 5 quarterback. Andy Reid is still the head coach. Arguably the best coach in the league. I like this game. I like this game for the Chiefs. I think it's going to be a blowout on Monday night. I'm calling the Chiefs to win 38-17. 38-17 Chiefs on Monday night. And marking what I said. Patrick Mahomes is going to get this game. All right, with that being said, that's it, man. That's all the picks for this week. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. You know what it is. This is going to drop Thursday night, right before the Thursday night game. And we'll also be going live Thursday night as well. So make sure when y'all be seeing this, y'all probably already be seeing some other videos that we got dropping during the week. But make sure y'all check this out. Make sure y'all also check out a future channel that's coming up soon is HQ Reviews, myself included. I'll be doing some movie, TV reviews. So make sure y'all check that out. That's coming soon. And also make sure y'all stay tuned and check out the MFNSPORTS.com. That's going to be coming back real soon with more merch, the dog tags, the t-shirts, the hats, you know what I'm saying, the masks. We're going to be having all that shit coming right back, you know what I'm saying. The website is coming back bigger and better than before. So stay tuned for that. Also, make sure you like, comment, and share this video and show your support for your boy. Make sure y'all show y'all support for this channel. With that being said, I am your motherfucking host, Beanie Man, a.k.a. Mr. Headquarters. You already know what it is. This motherfucking sports week 5 in the NFL season. You already know what it is. It's the motherfucking pod.